We are live. Are we on the air? Yes. Guys, this is the post game show. Nebraska versus Colorado. The game just ended. We're gonna go to the press conference when that happens. But let me go to the give me 1 second here. Let's go to the stats. All right. All right. So the key takeaways to this game is they were able to stop Shador. He got sacked. He got sacked quite a bit. And towards the tail end of the game, they took him out of the game. He went to the locker room. Um, let's see here. He was 23 for 38, 244 yards, one touchdown, one interception. And Ryan Staub got in, but it was little action. Also, the running game was it wasn't there. Dallin Hayden, 5 carries for 32 yards. He was averaging 6.4 yards per carry. Isaiah Augustov, 2 carries, 6 yards. Ryan Staub, 3 carries, 4 yards. Charlie Offendahl, 4 carries, 4 yards. So they couldn't really get the running game going. Travis Hunter, receiving yards, 110, 10 receptions for 110 yards. Will Shepard, 3 receptions for 59 yards. Dallin Hayden, 2 receptions for 27 yards. Jimmy Horn Jr., 3 receptions for 26 yards. LeJontay Wester, 4 receptions, 20 yards. And Savell Smalls, 1 reception, 2 yards. So the only receiver that was able to really get a little bit of action was Travis, but no touchdowns. The only touchdown was from LeJontay Wester. He had 4 receptions, 20 yards, 1 touchdown. Kick return, 3 returns for Jimmy Horn for 99 yards. He came up big a little bit there. And Ian Massey, no yards. So, and let's see what Nebraska looks like. Riola, 23 for 31, 185 yards, 1 touchdown. Dante Dowdell, 17 carries, 74 yards. Ramir Johnson, 9 carries, 33 yards. So this was a real weird game here. Receiving, Ramir Johnson, 8 receptions, 49 yards, 1 touchdown. Jalen Lloyd, 1 reception, 36 yards. Isaiah Nair, 4 receptions, 31 yards. Ja'Cory Barney Jr., 6 receptions, 29 yards. So they didn't really get nothing really going either. It was really a defensive game on their end. I don't even know how to explain this game, really. The only way I can explain it, they were able to stop Shador's passing. They were he got a lot of sacks tonight. He was hit a lot. Yeah, he was hit a record number. He was hit a lot tonight. A lot. So they're gonna have to get better in protecting him. They definitely gonna have to get better in protecting him. Yeah, it was and really the Nebraska really didn't have to do anything else, really. They just had to get the Shador, keep him from using his weapons, the receivers. Like I said, Horn didn't really get nothing going because he couldn't get the ball to him. Couldn't get the ball to him. And also, they said that Shiloh Sanders have a broken arm. They said, I think Coach said he had a broken forearm, but I don't know the true status yet. But they saying broken forearm. Jadozi arm is in a sling. Travis Hunter is banged up, and somebody else is banged up. And we had a lot of penalties on both sides. They had a lot of penalties. Nebraska was holding a lot, but Trevor Woods went out for targeting, so it was a lot this game. He said Staub got in the game, but it wasn't for a good reason, right? Yeah, Shador went back to and also Shador is banged up. He went to the locker room early, so hopefully he's okay. But they're saying that Shiloh has a broken arm, so we're gonna see the status on that in the press conference. I'm sure Coach will talk about it. But yeah, this was a weird game. Yeah, Chidozi's hurt. Yeah, it was bad calls on both sides. They tried to get what's his name for targeting, but it wasn't targeting. Yeah, it was just weird. This is a weird game because Nebraska they did enough to win, but they weren't spectacular tonight. But they did enough to win, and like Matt Rule said, hey, a win is a win. Yeah, I thought the defense held up in the second half. I really did. I thought they did. Yes, and they were able to get to Riola a little bit, but not much as they wanted. He didn't stay on the field the whole game. Maybe he's hurt or something. Maybe something is going on with him because he did take a shot to the head. Yeah, Shiloh, his arm is hurt. They said it's broken, but we'll find out in the press conference whenever it comes here. I'm just waiting on it. Let me just actually hold on. I was in the wrong area. Hold on. It's probably going on now. Let's see. Yeah, this was like I said again, the key takeaway is they took Shador out of the game. He couldn't get effective at all. I mean, he did throw some passes to Travis, but that was about it. Really couldn't get him going. They got to him, and they're having problems now protecting him. So, they got to figure out a way to protect him. If not, this is going to be a long season. So, I'm just waiting on the press conference here. But so let me read some of you said same shit last year. That's how you explain it. Going up 28-3 is absolutely crazy. No excuse. Yeah, it was brutal, man. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. Shador took a beating here. He did. Now the special teams, they showed signs. Remember when Horn had that breakaway run? That was pretty good. You said the run game opened up the passing game. I know, but they couldn't get it going. They couldn't get it going. They're gonna have to figure something out quick. Or maybe it was just this game, but it's a long season, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of there's a lot more football to play, and you can't protect the quarterback. So you gotta protect the quarterback. Yeah, but this was a old fashioned whooping here. This is old fashioned whooping. This was it was like a slow methodical whooping on the quarterback. Quarterback got beat. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be in practice tomorrow or whenever they practice. He's gonna have to rest up. And like I said, Nebraska wasn't really impressive in the second half, but they did enough to win because they ran the ball, and took the time off the clock. And when Shador got in, they were masking all types of blitzes, and it just no protection. And there was one play where he had a empty backfield. Now they were going to blitz him, and yeah, Nebraska wasn't. To be honest with you, they did enough to win, but Riola didn't really. They weren't that impressive. But a win is a win, so they did win this rivalry here. Yeah, they did get a sack. The defense did get a sack on Riola. I think they may have gotten maybe one or two, maybe one. But then also the injuries hurt. Shiloh, I mean, broken arm. Um, Shadozi is hurt. Um, Travis is banged up. Um, Shador had to leave. He had to leave early. He didn't stay for the whole. And then it was that one play where they was coming at Shador and he threw it and got a pick six. Yeah, that was bad because he had pressure coming. It was pressure coming his way. So, but that probably should have been a throw to the sidelines. But stuff happened. And then oh, that's right. Hayden went out banged up. Remember, he was hobbling to the sidelines in the end. Oh, he's interviewing now. Thanks. All right, cool. Yeah, where is it? Which channel is he being interviewed on? I'll find it in a second. Yeah, man, this game was bad as far as protecting the court. It was bad. No, that's not it. It'll come up in a second. Yeah, it was, man, I don't even know what to say. It was yeah, they man, Nebraska wasn't playing with that defense with throwing them blitzes. They weren't playing. They wanted to get to him knowing that as long as he don't get that ball out of his hands, the receivers can't get it. Now, granted, Travis caught a few here and there, but after that, it's just it wasn't effective. That's what they were working on. It was just man. I'm curious to see what
intercepted it, and then he went out and played the next drive. So I think Tommy's one of the best players in the country.
You talked about playing with a lead. Now you've got some momentum. How do you coach these guys to prepare and play game after game with that kind of momentum and belief that the fan base has?
Yeah. Like our preparation will not be our issue. Our guys worked their butts off. I mean, we practiced really hard and our guys worked their butts off. I think just, again, learning how to finish. We still haven't solved the close game thing because we haven't been in that. And I think probably a lot of people thought this would be a close game. I'll be honest with you. We expected this score. Like, we expected this to be like this. We have a good team and we felt like we were going to play really well tonight. So we're going to go right back to work and treat this like a game that we lost. That's what we did last week. Like I told you guys, correct the correctables. And that's a really good football team. Like they'll make a ton of noise in the Big 12, guarding number 5 and guarding number 12 and guarding number 2. Those are as good a players as you'll play against. And on the defensive side, there's active and violent defenses we'll see. So we're just going to work. And I think the biggest thing is we have great competition. A lot of guys want to play. Ja'Cory keeps making plays. Now we got Jalen involved again this game. Thomas made a big catch down the middle. So we just have a lot more I think we have to get done.
Coach, with the defense playing as well as it has, and then you have Dylan off-platform throw across the field down to the 2 on national TV. Just how excited are you as a coach, and how excited should your fan base be right now?
Okay. And that was just for the play by Dylan was great. But that's a roll throwback. That was a great call, great play design. They said they had it, and it was cover 2. Jalen did a great job. The ability by Jalen to come back and get that ball was fantastic, and Dylan trusting him. But I think the biggest thing about Dylan is, we didn't turn the ball over. Like, we're protecting the ball, still being aggressive, and we've had a good defense. The defense just needed some help. We have a lot of work to do on special teams, right? We got a punt blocked, miss a field goal, kick. We got to give up a 70-yard kickoff return. So there's a lot of those things. In terms of the fan base, what I would say is, let's just take it one game at a time. Let's just where our players will get in trouble and everyone will get in trouble is we'll start zipping ahead to like 4 weeks from now, 5 weeks from now. We have not earned that right. We have not earned the right to start looking ahead. Like, all we're going to do is we're going to, like, even when we lost to Colorado, I remember with Trev, I said, just give it a year, Trev. I said, we'll play these guys next year and it'll be different. But that was just day by day by day work. And so we're going to come in this week and we're going to prepare like crazy for Northern Iowa. And I hope our fans, come out and next week sounds just like this week, because it's really hard. I want the fans to know, I don't know how well we would play in that atmosphere if we were the visitor. It is so hard. And so if they can just do that every week, I'm telling you, it's an advantage. I don't know if I answered your question, but I think people should be pretty excited. I'm going to tell you something. Don't mistake my stoic look. I'm fired up, okay? I'm fired up, but I'm fired up for the guys because those are my guys. And, and then Bud Crawford, he came in, talked to the team last night and let us out tonight, gave him a game ball. And, we wanted our guys to know that, we have celebrities here in Nebraska, too, that care about us.
All good.
Anybody else? All right, thank you, guys.
All right, so that was Matt Rule right after the game. I'm waiting to see what Coach talking about. Um, and I saw it during the game. He had talked to the offensive line. He had his headsets off, and he was talking to him. But yeah, it just they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board on protecting the quarterback because they can't protect Shador and he can't effectively get that ball out of his hands. It's they're not gonna do too well, especially if they don't have the running game going. So the mainly takeaway is they have to get the running game going. I know they like to pass. This is a pass first mentality team here. They gotta get a little bit more balance. But maybe they feel like they can't. But that offensive line has to be able to do it because that takes pressure off the line to get that run game going. So this was a good game for them to know where they're at. You know, this is a good game for them. It's like, look, this is what happened. This is what we got to fix. Can they fix it in a week? Because the other team is going to be thinking to do the same thing. All we got to do is just blitz the hell out of them and get to them because they can't protect them. So they're going to have to effectively protect them the next game if they want to win. Yeah, the run game. There was really no run game, Antoine. There was none. You said this hierarchy of starters based on film watch is crazy. I bet most of the team didn't watch film this week. Yeah, I know Coach talked about them watching film. Um, yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, if you're not really watching a lot of film, you're not going to do it. You just don't have it in you. I mean, if a coach have to tell you to watch film, then it's not in you. Like Ray Lewis told them, you have to watch film like your life is dependent on it. You have to find the weaknesses of your opponent, the tendencies of your opponent. And that's the only way you're going to do it is watch film. You know how you watch something over and over again and you find something different every time you watch it? That's how much film you got to watch. Like you have to watch that much film to the point where you know your opponent like in and out. I don't see Coach Prime press conference yet. Let me see. I mean, if he did, I'll eventually find it. Let's see. Did I find? Oh, that's not it. I'll find it in a second. But he's pretty much going to say the same thing, like, got to protect the quarterback, stuff like that. Because Nebraska was really effective taking Shador out the game. Man, there was a major upset today. Notre Dame lost. Holy crap. You can't tell me upsets can't happen. Like, this is a every given Saturday type of deal. That was a hell of an upset. You believe Shador is hurt. Now, what I believe could happen here, he may have a concussion because he did get hit hard upside the head. And then remember, he laid there for a minute and he kind of slowly got up. He may have had a concussion. So he may be he may have been suffering from a concussion. That's why they couldn't come back in the game. And then it was best to just take him off to start treating him now. So that's probably what they were doing. And they said Shiloh's arm is broken. So who knows when he'll be back. I mean, in his position, you can play with a cast. But I don't know how severe it is. But the defense didn't do too bad, though. I have to look for some bright spots here. The defense in the second half, they didn't do so bad. It's they had some problems with stopping that run, though. They did. But they were able to hold them a little, hold them. They didn't score anymore, right? But then now it's up for the offense to fire back. But the other side was just effective in getting at Shador. That was it. You said Shiloh needed this year for the draft. Yeah, he hurt though. It just depends on. They said, I know Coach Prime at halftime, he said he believed it's a broken forearm. So. But the defense, in the second half, they came up, especially what's his name? Well, give me a second. I'll give you his name. DJ McKinney. He came up big with that stop. And then they tried to call him for targeting, but it wasn't targeting. So he played a pretty good game. You said Shiloh out for the year. I'm not sure yet. Depends on how severe his arm is. Yeah, the sacks were bad, and he got hurt. Shador got hurt when he tried to slide, and the guy hit him with the forearm. You said forearm take 3 to 6 months. Nah, man. For me, just go ahead and wrap that thing up, and I'm playing. Period. I have seen people play with broken arms, man. Depending on your position. I played with a broken hand. But that's a broken hand, though. I did. I wrapped it up, and it was like a battering ram at this point. It was like it turned into a weapon. You say you don't believe it's a broken forearm? It's his shoulder they're trying to hide? Yeah, that's crazy if it is. You said a lot of people want to see Colorado lose. They have to play like there's always a target on their backs. You said Tyler Brown. Nah, it didn't come from Tyler Brown's side. You mean all those sacks? It came from the guards. It came from the interior. I was looking at it. Maybe some came from his side, but I mean, the way they were blitzing, like for example, on Jordan Seaton's side, he picked up a block. He was blocking somebody, but there was nobody there to pick up the blitz. He can't block two people at the same time. So there was nobody on the left side, like a tight end, to pick up that blitz. It was nobody there. And there was no running back there to protect Shador, and he got sacked. That wasn't Jordan Seaton's fault. It was a lot of sacks, LOD. It was a lot. It was a lot of sacks. It was just like what they were doing was like some of the plays that there was no tight end there. You said Jordan's the biggest, weakest player. Nah, it wasn't Jordan. Nah, you mean Jordan Seaton? You said I'm gonna watch film this week. I'm watching about 5 Colorado State games to see if we can prep. Well, the key takeaway for that game is you still got to protect the quarterback, because then now they're watching this and saying, you know what, we're going to try to do the same thing. Yeah, Jordan Seaton, that one sack that came from his side, that wasn't his fault. He was blocking somebody. He picked up his block, but the person that came off that edge went untouched. There was nobody there to pick up the person that was blitzing. Usually there's a tight end there, or maybe the running back is by Shador's side and will block for him, but he didn't have anybody. That happened a few times tonight. Now, that could be a coaching situation, like a formation situation. Like where's the protection at? If it's going to be an empty backfield, he got to have at least a tight end there to help out. But yeah, it was crazy. But only they know. Like, I'm just watching from the outside. Only they internally, only they know what they got to do. So far, I don't see Coach Prime's press conference. Maybe he didn't give one. Let me see. Or maybe he taking his time. He talking to the team or something. But I don't see his press conference yet. Oh, wait a minute. Let me try this. Nope. Let me see. Let me try. No, not yet. So I know it was almost an interception. I saw that play. Yeah, that was crazy. Like I said, it wasn't impressive on Nebraska side, but they won the game though. Like for me, it don't have to be impressive as long as you win it. But like Riola was struggling a little bit. I mean, he did get that touchdown pass. It was almost like you said intercepted, but he got the touchdown pass anyway. Hey, I'll take it. But the only thing with this game that I take away, they have to protect the quarterback. That's it. Because you see if he has protection, what he'll do. But he didn't have a chance. So I don't know, like, I don't know what the plan is. Is Shador calling plays too, or is he going off of what the offensive coordinator is doing, or is he allowed to call audibles, or if they call a play, do he change it and go with a pass play? Because it was this one play where he gave it off to Charlie, but you know how I don't like it's not just him. College quarterbacks do this. They hold the ball while the person is running just to see if they're going to keep it or not. Now they gotta either commit to it or not, because see, the defense is going to see that and they automatically got your running back automatically. So I don't like when they do that. But I've seen other teams do it as well. I think Riola did it tonight 1 or 2 times. Yeah, that can't be the plan this year, to throw every play. That can't be, because in the Power 5, they're just going to blitz the hell out of you. So that can't be the plan. I guess they feel like they can't run it. Antoine, he was getting clobbered out there. You said they didn't do any motions, other receivers, and yeah. You said the quarterback from Nebraska, second coming of Mahomes. Well, he know him. They have the same coach, the same quarterback coach. He even had the same haircut like him. He might think he Patrick. You know what I'm saying? Got the same haircut and everything. Kind of looked like him a little bit. You said that's why DE left, because he knew they weren't going to establish a running game. Yeah, but see, if they can't establish a running game, they're gonna damn near lose every game, because the idea is to keep the defense guessing. And if you're going to run every play, well, I'm just going to blitz you 90% of the time, because guess what? If I do that, at least 75% of the time, I'm going to be right. And we're going to get to the quarterback, and he's not going to get it to his weapons. Yeah, Dallin Hayden did run good in some plays. I did see that. He did. And you remember when they passed it to him? He broke open a good play when they passed it. So there's some glimpses of there's some bright spots there for him. But if they're gonna just say, look, just let Shador keep the ball, then they're not. I mean, this is gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long season. You said he gave a press conference on where at, Rigo? Tell me the name of the because I don't see it. You said on Connect. Oh, on the app. Oh man, I'm not buying on the app. He did. Because I know they want you to buy that, and I'm not trying to do. I mean, that's where he. What did he say, Rigo? I don't see where he. Let me look at Twitter. I don't see where he did it, because the rest of the people I follow, all those people that ask him questions, I follow all of them, and neither one of them gave an update yet. No, the YouTube channel. Okay, hold on. CONNXCT Wait, what is it? KONNXCT. Okay, thank you. KO Oh, I see it. Thank you.
Tough game for us. Came out on the short end of the stick, obviously. Starting out, felt good about matchups. We felt good about the competition. We felt good about what we brought to the table today. Game started. Usually we always start out positive. We started, I think the first ball was deflected. The second ball, we didn't bring that in, and it just was just not a rhythm. Then we came out and Shador did something very uncharacteristic of himself. Never makes a bad decision, especially in that part of the field, which they got to pick six. After that, we were just trying to play catch up. Defense surrendered some things early, but I'm really, really pleased with the way they played in the second half. It seemed like we were a team in the second half defensively. We just got to get it going earlier. But overall, certainly not happy with the outcome, but the positive things, the way we competed in the second half, we had no give up, no quit in us whatsoever. We know we got to do a better job offensively on protection, as well as trying to figure out how to establish a run game and be consistent with that. I'm just excited. I mean, you got to understand when you're in a situation like this, you got to find something to hold on to that you can encourage your team. And I'm truly excited about the second half of football that we played. You would have thought offensively would have came in here and did half of what we did a week ago, and it would have been a better contest, but it didn't. They had the advantage the whole entire game. It seemed as though young kid did a good job with protecting the ball, not turning it over as well. I'm looking at 23 for 30. That's pretty darn good, 185 yards, but touchdown and no turnovers. I'm not happy about 9 penalties for 104 yards whatsoever. The game got truly sloppy at the end of it. It seemed like it was just flag after flag after flag. They had 12 for 105. Normally, with that type of output of flags and penalties, you usually come out victorious, but both of us were horrible in that aspect. Third downs, 4-14 is not who we are. Fourth downs, we had 2 shots at one point to get a yard, and we didn't accomplish that. And that was truly frustrating when we prepare for those type of situations. We were in those type of situations in practice several times this week. I made sure we prepare for those situations, but we didn't get it. So it was what it was. Hats off to Coach Rule. His staff coached a heck of a game. Great guy. Like I said, we came into class together as coaches, so I'm always rooting for them unless they play us. But I'm happy if we're going to get our butts kicked. Might as well be him. God fearing man. Let's go.
Go ahead. Hi, Coach. Nick Edwards, Hughes Sports Report. Just simply, why was it so difficult for the offense to respond to Nebraska's defense?
I have no idea. We would have known that answer. I think we would have responded quicker. Yeah, we seemed like we just never got it going until it was too late. Seemed like we just never got it going. Protections were a problem. I'm trying to be polite and say it because if I can say the same thing you're thinking, but if I say it, you say I'm throwing my guys up under the bus. I'm not doing that whatsoever. Protection were a problem. We got to figure out a way to prevent that and do a better job with that.
Ryan, go ahead. Coach, I have a couple of questions for you. First off, are you surprised the offensive line is not getting the push and the protection that you thought they might?
Well, first game, I think they did a good job of protecting. I'm not going to say that. This game we did. So we hadn't run the ball like we wanted to consistently. But very rarely do you have a great running offense and a great passing offense. Rarely you have that. One is going to have to be the lesser of the two. Well, we got to figure out a way to have some type of running game because we have backs that can flat out do it. We really do. Like what I saw out of those guys as well.
Second question for you. Can you give us something on Shiloh? It also looked like Chidozie went out.
Yeah. Shiloh, I think injury reports. I think Harge did something with his foot on one of the punts. Shiloh, I think, suffered I don't know the extent of the injury, but I know he did something to his forearm that put him out for the rest of the game. Chidozie, I think it's a AC joint or something like that. I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to consequently play this upcoming week. I don't know about Shiloh, and Shador got dinged a bit on that. What they call it? What hit was it? What they call it? Potentially, helmet to helmet, whatever it was, whatever they call. Yeah, targeting. So he got dinged a little bit. So we just wanted to take care of him and get him out of there.
Coach, when you look at this, you talked about positive and your frustration.
Yeah.
I'm curious, for you, what was the most frustrating aspect?
Knowing that we have a tremendous offense, knowing that we could move the ball, we should be able to move the ball on anyone. We should be able to protect with the experience that we have offensively. And we just couldn't get it going today. We had some spurts and some great moments. I mean, we had some timing routes that we timed right up, but the way we started is just not indicative of who we are. And we just never got it together. It just, I don't know, if just, sometimes you have those games, sometimes you have those days, and it was just one of those games and days simultaneously. No excuses, though. Yes, sir.
Coach Lincoln Rhodes, Steve Independent. So, quarterback Shador Sanders obviously left the field with 2 minutes left in the game. Is he physically and mentally okay right now?
Yeah, I just talked to him. He looked pretty darn good to me. We just wanted to make sure we get him checked out, and we would have every precaution because now you're looking forward to next week. This week was over. By the time he got out of the game, it was a wrap. So we wanted to make sure he's going to be okay. So we wanted to get him checked out.
Hey, Coach, only 4 design runs to running backs in the first half. Was that just the play calling or the flow of the game?
As the flow of the game, I mean, Pat has done a wonderful job. I'm not going to go there whatsoever. Pat has done a wonderful job of putting us in situations, but we got to want that. We got to want to run the ball. We got to have those guys salivating that we're going to, coach, let's run, let's go get it. So we're going to get to that point.
Coach, just going back to the offensive line, I mean, is it about, for those guys to improve, is it just about getting more reps? Because obviously they're still.
No, it's not. It's not reps. I think all of them have a plethora of reps in their resumes, don't they?
No, I just mean playing together can kind of.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that because that's the same guys who were out there last week. Yeah, I think they just had our number today. It's just simple as that. Sometimes you got to just take your hat off and say, hey, you got me, man. You got it. They did that. They played a great game. They really did.
Does it feel a little bit to you like some of these issues that you're struggling with are still the same, kind of lingering from last year?
Yeah and no. I wish I could have struggled with no one really scoring on us in the second half for, I think, 2 weeks straight. I think I wish I could have had those struggles a year ago. Those are good situations to be in. Now we just got to put it together in the first half. So there's always progress, my man. And I'm looking for that progress. And that's the thing I tell our guys, don't look for the wrong. Let's look for the right in the midst of the wrong.
It clearly felt like you talked about you repped all this stuff in practice.
Yeah, we did.
Where do you think the disconnect is? Do you have any
Pressure?
semblance of it?
We got to be able to handle pressure. Not just the pressure of, I'm not saying them rushing the pass, but the pressure of the game, the pressure of the moment, the pressure of the time. Everybody wants to be him till it's time to be him. We got to be able to handle that pressure.
Did it feel like that affected you early at all?
I don't know about early. As the game progressed, I think it affected us, not really defensively, but offensively.
Couple more, Adam, go ahead.
Not to belabor the offensive line, but are you kind of anxious to see how those guys respond?
Yeah, that was the whole post-game, not speech, but conversation that we had. I can't wait. Everybody in this room is dealing with some type of adversity, and our young men are as well. So I want to see how we all respond to adversity. That's what illuminates us. That's what elevates us. That's what progresses us to the next level. How we deal with adversity. Everybody's got a piece of adversity they're dealing with right now, and those young men just dealt with it in front of millions of people. So we got to see how they handle it.
2 more, Nikki, go ahead.
Potentially on a similar note, what did you say to your team at halftime?
I don't recall yet because I'm right here now. Like I'm right here and thinking about you and you all and think about what I just said to them. So halftime, I'm pretty sure it was a tremendous challenge. I don't get angry, upset, anything. I just try to really get in their minds, get in their hearts, and just make us try to propel us to the next level.
Coach Trent Finnegan, Scobo Sports. You guys had 7 penalties for 80 yards in the first half. What does this team need to do to mitigate those penalties and stay in rhythm early on?
We can't do stupid stuff. We got to stop the foolishness. I mean, I'm not going to say we ended up well because we ended up 9 for 104, but they were 12 for 105, but they won decisively. So sometimes it seemed like it was a flag fest at one point. Like, come on, yo, come on, guys, come on. It's like, okay, I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to take care of you. You know, it's like, come on now. That one, you can always question things, but the officials do a great job. That one with BJ, that I don't know how serious that was. BJ Green towards the end. You know, I thought he just laid out and was trying to make a play. I don't think he really meant to rough the pass or whatever they call. But it is what it is.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, let me ask my man that he got his hand up.
Thank you, sir. Lincoln Roach, CEO Independent. So, obviously last year you won the rivalry. In what areas do you feel that this Nebraska team, especially under Coach Rule, improved in comparison to last year?
Well, they didn't turn the ball over. They didn't turn the ball over. I think we had one turnover. They another pick six. They didn't turn the ball over, and that was it. They made the plays when they needed to make. I mean, that darn should have been an interception that they ended up popping up and it caught. Like when something like that happens, you just got to take your head off and say, "Oh Lord, it's not our day, baby," because that stuff just don't normally happen. That was crazy. That was a heck of a play. Bentley did a great job, broke on the ball, did what everything he's supposed to do, but secure the catch. But he played his butt off, man. I'm proud of him as well. Last one, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach Trey Wallace without picking box. In the locker room, what did you see from your leaders in the locker room? Maybe post game. Speaking up, but maybe the loss or that.
I don't really care what I see after a game. I care what I see in the game. Leader leads in the game. I don't want to hear no leader in the locker room leading. You get your butt kicked. I want to see you lead there, because if you don't lead there, they're not going to listen to you in there. So I could care less who's rallying them up at the end and leading the prayer in there at the end. I don't care about that. I want to who's leading us out there. You know, in the timeout, who's getting them together? Who's telling them to run? When change of possession, who's telling them to run back downfield? You know, who's calling them up in the huddle and looking them in the eye and challenge them to do right when wrong is just present. So that's a leader, not the locker room stuff. That's rah-rah.
Thanks, Coach.
So, thank you so much. Yes, sir. Somebody call?
All right, so that was Coach Prime. Let's see what Dylan talking about.
Kept pushing, but yeah, I don't mind using my legs. That was actually one of my goals, is to rush for a third down, and whatever, did it.
When was the last time you punted?
Say it again.
When was the last time you punted?
I punted in a sophomore year. I bladed my 60 degree, so if you guys know golf. But no, I should just gave it a chance, but yeah, I don't. It's fine. I just catch the snap and get it off. So the operation was clean.
All right. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait a minute.
Field early, and I have to make a play, and say it again.
When was the last time you punted?
I punted in a sophomore year. I bladed my 60 degree, so if you guys know golf. But no, I should just gave it a chance, but yeah, I don't. It's fine. I just catch the snap and get it off. So the operation was clean.
All right. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. That was Dylan Riola. He wasn't really. It is what it is. So yeah, so they got to go back to the drawing board, man, and protect the quarterback. Defense did pretty good. not giving up any more scores in the third and fourth. I mean, in the fourth. They held up pretty good, man. And the line, let me tell you something about the line. The line did pretty good, but they were getting held a lot. They were getting held a lot in that game. But, it is what it is, But the defensive line did pretty good, man. They had a little bit of problems with the run, but then they were able to adjust and stop the run. So that's a good sign. The defense is holding up, even though they dinged up right now. I don't know the status on Shiloh, but in Chidozie. But when he was in the game, he was doing pretty good until he got banged up on Chidozie. You said the O-line need mad work. Yeah, they do. You said Shiloh out for the year. Damn, he out for the year. Man. You said broke his forearm. I don't know, Thomas. I've seen people play with broken arms before. But I don't know. Maybe, I guess his position, he can't play with a broken arm. You said the play calling need mad work. Here's the link if anybody. Thomas, you want to give a comment? I got the link right here. You said, how can you blame the offensive line when 5 guys are blitzing? Well, yeah, there was some plays there where like for example, that sack that came on Jordan Seaton's side, that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault. He was blocking his man, but then it was a man coming from that side untouched. And there was no running back there to really protect Shador. I guess they were hoping that he get that ball off in time. You should stop making excuses. That line sucked. I mean, no, they got to do better. I'm not, what do you call it? I'm not, trying to make up for the line. I mean, yeah, they got to get better, man. They got to protect it. If they can't protect that quarterback, it's going to be a long season. You see, Riola had time. He had a lot of time. What's up, Mike Hansen? Nope, he left. That might have been somebody getting ready to troll. You said you believe the line is worse. You said you need short routes. Shador taking long with these long routes. Yeah, he did that last game though. Remember he had them short routes. I know you got to run the ball to keep the defense honest, but they didn't do it. What's up, Vegan Warrior?
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, what's going on with you?
Long time no see, man. I talked to you last year.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, how you been?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Yeah, tough loss, man.
Yeah, it's tough. You can't we can't run the ball, and it's tough when you don't have a balanced attack.
Yep.
Especially at the Power 5 level. The Power 5 level, I mean, these linemen are big and fast.
Right.
So you got to be able to protect the quarterback and run this ball. So you got to have beef to be able to open up them gaps.
Absolutely. See, from an offensive line standpoint, when you are protecting the passer, you're pass blocking. Pass blocking is completely different than run blocking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And if they're not good at run blocking, that means the D line could just charge every play. And that's when you start blitzing your linebackers. You know, if it's only a pass blocking situation, shit, I blitz them every play.
That's what a lot of teams are doing. They're not
Right.
blitzing them every play, but just about 75% of the time.
Well, they're sending somebody. They're either sending a safety or they're instead of 4 rushing, they're actually rushing with 5. So I got to look at the film, but most of the plays that I watch, because I usually just watch the defense when I watch games mostly. They were sending at least one linebacker or one safety along with the D line.
Yeah, it happened quite a few times. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but he had to know that from day one. That's the part I don't understand. It's like if you're good at pass blocking and you're not good at run blocking, that's what you got to drill down on. You got to drill down on what you weak on.
The run blocking.
The run blocking, yeah. And you got to have running backs that can run the ball. A lot of those guys was tiptoeing. In my opinion, they wasn't running as hard as they should be running. So, I mean, the game didn't change so much. I'm talking from an old school standpoint, but
yeah, the game has changed a lot.
Yeah, since I played, it's way different now. You know, everything's highlighted on receivers and quarterbacks, but the teams that win championships, they always got a good running game. Even in the NFL, they always got a good running game.
Yeah, you seen it last night on display with Saquon Barkley.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So having this theory that you can just have this super quarterback with super wide receivers is bullshit. It's bullshit. You got to have a good running game because the running game opens up the passing game. That is football 101. That's little league. Well, little league is a little different. Little league is all running, right?
But what do you think the problem is then that they can't run the ball?
I put this in the chat. Somebody yelled at me. I don't want to believe I'm smarter than Prime. There's no fucking way I'm smarter than Prime. Prime is the man, right? Mm-hmm. But he got to know that he can't keep giving his son 30, 35 passes a game. That's what he did all last year. He can't do that again. He got to do something different. So he got to run the ball at least 15, 20 times a game. And if he don't do that, he's not going to have a winning program.
I don't see them running. Let me see, 15, 20. Yeah, they can run it 15, 20 times a game. They can.
Yeah.
Even if they don't get positive yards, they can do that.
Exactly. They gotta make them respect the run. If they don't respect the run, they just gonna keep coming for his son. And his son ain't gonna make it to the damn NFL. He's gonna get hurt. Think about it. This is not the toughest defense they're gonna go through this year. He's gonna go through worse defenses. So the running game is what will better protect his son. So his son may have to throw less.
Mm-hmm.
And he run 60-40. Right now, he's running 90-10, 85-15. So Prime got to know this. He has to.
I mean, I would say that of course he would want a balanced attack, but maybe they just can't do it.
Well, they got to try. Have you seen them try?
Yeah.
Out of all the time they've been playing last year and now, have they tried to run the ball?
Well, they had a few glimpses today where I like what they did with Hayden. You know, they threw it to him in the flat.
Uh-huh.
And
he was a beast. He was a beast at Oregon.
Who?
Number 7. Is that Hayden?
He went to Oregon or Ohio State?
It was one of them, but he was pretty good.
He came from Ohio State.
It was Ohio State, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he was pretty good.
Yeah, he had a few games where he had over 100, but you know, they have a lot of running backs, Ohio State. So
right.
It was kind of hard for him to, they have their running back room is deep.
Right.
So
second downs are running situations. First downs are running situations. You know what I mean?
right.
That's just the makeup of the game. And
It was one play where was it that were they near the goal? Well, what play was that where it
they needed
was?
a yard.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was the play right up the gut. I mean, I mean, you could do play action. There's so many different packages you could do, you know. That's
Yeah,
why I kind of look at the play call and suspect. Dude, they opened the game with a hitch pass to the left, and then a hitch pass to the right, a sack, then they punted. That's how they opened the game. They didn't even try to run the ball on the first series.
yeah, you got to run the ball. I'm sure. I mean, they know that, but
that's what I'm saying. These guys are smarter than us. I want to know why they can't run the ball.
I mean, you got to have an offensive line to do it.
Well, you got to try, right?
Unless you Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
You know, you'd be able to stop and go and do all kind of stuff. But I mean, they probably could have ran the ball, but I guess in certain they felt the need to pass it. But I don't know if Shador gets the calls and he changed them. I don't know.
Nah, he probably don't change them,
Or he just go with what's called from Shermer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably special situations, but they got this run and shoot offense, but they don't have nothing in there that's going to keep the D line honest, keep the linebackers honest. See, I played linebacker, right? When a team is always passing, I only got 2 jobs when you play linebacker. Get back in coverage in your zone, or if you want to blitz, go hard, blitz your gap. You ain't even got to think about it when it's a pass play. But when it's a run play, you got to check all your alleys. You got to make sure the A gap is good, the B gap is good, whatever gaps you're responsible for. So you're hesitant to overcommit when they have running backs. But when you know that they're not going to run the ball, all you got to do is drop back in coverage, or you just go on your blitz. The game becomes easy when you're a linebacker when you don't run the ball.
So yeah, I would say that at least try to run the ball then, even if you feel like you can't still do it.
Yeah, because that sets up the play action pass.
Right.
Right? You run the ball, he gets 2, 3, 4, 5 yards, and now you're like, okay, I'm gonna watch out for that next time. And then boom, you pull it out. Now you can get your pass off a little easier. And you mix it up. You run, you pass, you pass, you pass, you run. You run, pass. I mean, you got to mix it up. If you don't, the defense is going to figure you out, and you ain't going to get nothing done. I don't give a damn how good your wide receivers are. I don't give a damn how good your quarterback is. A defense sitting back just knowing that you're only going to pass, you're not going to beat them if they're a good team.
Yeah, you take it 5 yards at a time.
Right.
You know, it's a game of inches, 5 yards at a time. It might seem boring.
Yep.
But yeah, that's old school. But
that's
I get the sense of urgency. Like when they got to the third quarter, they felt the sense of urgency, so they need to pass. So that I get. But I would when you remember when they got up by 2 scores, they got down by 2. I said, you know what? Just calm down.
Right.
And just run the ball. Because you got time to break it down because the defense was holding up.
Right. Right.
Like Prime said, he saw some glimpses in the defense that's pretty good. He's right. The defense, you know, it sucks that Trevor went out, but yeah, it was. I see why they call it targeting, but they were playing their hearts out, and I like what McKinney was doing on his side.
But look how much our defense was guessing the whole game about what Nebraska was doing. They didn't know they were going to run the ball. They didn't know they were going to pass the ball. They didn't know what was happening. They were just reacting to the offense.
Right.
But they flipped the script. The Nebraska wasn't just reacting to what we do, right? They knew what we were going to do. Shador Sanders was going to pass. So all they had to do is do their best to not give up too much while they blitz their linebackers. They sent the safety. They sent a corner one time. One time they sent a corner blitz.
Yeah, I saw it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
it was more.
okay. So when they sent the corner blitz, that came from the right side. That wasn't Rock's fault. What happened was he was blocking his man, and the safety just went by him. Like that wasn't his fault. It was no tight end there or no running back to help out.
Right. That's another thing. It's like
Yeah.
the running backs not only got to be able to run, they got to be able to block when it's time to pass.
Right.
You know.
So yeah, that wasn't there. So it was just Shador, and he was trying to get out of the way, and he got sacked.
Right.
So there was plenty of those that happened.
Yeah.
But that's what they got practice. They go back to the drawing board and say, look, we got to have more of a balanced attack. Even if we get all right, look, even if the first play, they get 3 yards on a carry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the second play they get 5 yards. Okay, that's 8 yards. You only need 2 more yards.
Right.
For the first down.
Right. And you got to have good backs to get those 2 yards.
Yeah, I think what's happening is when they get like 3 yards, they panic. So if you get 3 yards and then you do like a throw in the flat or something like that, and you get another 5 yards. Now your third down is a little easier.
Right.
Because now the defense don't know if you're going to pass or run it. So then you run it again and you'll pick up that again, and then maybe next time you'll throw it.
Right.
So I think they get discouraged when the running back runs and only get 3 yards. You got to get a running back time to get warmed up.
Mm-hmm.
You got to let them get time to warm up.
That goes back to my point. Just like these receivers got to warm up, so do the backs. So you got to keep handing it off. You got to keep calling running plays.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do that.
They have one bad play and then they just automatically go to the pass.
I don't think they're going to do that though. If it just depends. Like if the running back get 3 yards, and it was a few times where he got tackled and only got 1 yard. I think that was Charlie on that first one.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple. You just got to mix it up. You got to keep the defense guessing, man. Once the defensive coordinator figure it out, the skybox figure it out, and the linebackers or whoever's controlling the defense figure it out, you got to change it up. You can't keep doing the same thing. The slant, the out, Travis Hunter. All they got to do is double Travis. That's all they got to do.
Yeah.
Shador's good, but he needs something. He needs another weapon. 5 receiver sets. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how they're going to adjust next week, because that other team, they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And that crowd is going to be rowdy too.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. We're still a solid team. Nebraska was tough. Nebraska was real tough. So they came to play.
Yeah. Who's that? Thomas? That's your TV?
Oh, what's up, y'all? I'm loud. Oh, my bad.
Hey,
what's going on? What up, Max? Man, what up, everybody? What up, Buff Nation?
Are you so?
Man. Still digesting whatever that was, man. Good Lord.
How did they get the running game started?
You asking me how did they get the running game started?
Yeah.
Running the ball.
Just keep doing it, right? Well, no, just keep doing it, right?
We see if you like, it was a point where they kind of wanted to run and it kind of opened up a little bit of the offense, but then they went right back to passing. The situation kept them out of them. It was this when you start off again, we 1st and 10, we throwing hitches and we throwing bubbles like that. I just like, what's going on? But see, like That's why I wanted Savion to stay. Savion, man, he killed old boy last year. Like he dealt with old boy last year, even though he came in the second half and Savion was handling last year. I was like, man, it says I wasn't too I wasn't expecting Tyler to be out there by himself. Like I would have had Tyler with a tight end or something and just chipping down on that guy and just running some counters. They're not running counters. Last year they ran more counters and traps a little bit better, but I don't know. They acing up everything. They trying to go levels. I mean, it's like flashes. They could play O-line, but it's like it's the timing. It seemed like the timing's off, and that's mainly through practicing together. You know, they got to run reps, and like you can see it, like they just missing they blocks together, or they just like the running back just like a foot, like a step behind the hole. So
yeah,
running take a lot of real. That's what I'm saying. Running take when them guys left. It's like, man, it put us in a situation like last year in the running game when they all left after the spring, like Dylan and everybody. If Dylan and them would have stayed, they would have had better timing with the run with the linemen. And the running would have been a little bit more rhythm to it. But now you can see it. You can just see the most time we probably got is Micah, and then I run to Micah. So I don't know. They're not trusting Micah right now because he's a freshman, I guess. He probably after that little open spring game, he didn't look too good. So I don't know. But it's that to me. I seen that stuck out to me. I said, oh, they timing off still. Passing, it was just off. I don't think they was decided on how they really wanted to attack the defense still. You could tell because when they started off, they wanted to throw some form and motion plays. Like they wanted to move the pocket and throw, and that didn't work. So then they went to a couple quick plays, some intermediate plays, and then went away from that, and then kept going lateral plays. And I'm just like, it just got like they got took out of their game plan completely. Whatever their game plan was, they had to chalk it up. And the second half was good on defense, but offense, man, I don't know. It was just I think the offense still don't know the identity yet. Everybody's still kind of, you got too many like people waiting to see somebody do something. Like they know Travis is gonna do Travis, so that's like a natural thing. I think they should really work on Shepard, getting Shepard involved more though. And Omarion too. I don't know. Raiders.
I
But
don't know
then,
if it's a situation where Travis is calling for the ball, like, please throw it to me. I don't
he
know
had a
if they're
couple of
doing.
those.
I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, the other ones didn't get touches today, really.
Yeah. And that's what's gonna make
LaJohntay
it.
did. LaJohntay did, but Horn didn't really.
Them drops early hurt. You gotta catch those, even if they are like 2 yard catches.
He dropped three catchable balls.
Yo, like right through the hands though. Like
Yep.
no excuse.
For first downs too.
Right. So you gotta clean up that kind of stuff because if you really look at it, they just won situationally. They didn't win off their game plan either. They won off their situations that came up for them because their yards was just like it really wasn't, flood left, flood right, levels this. Like they passing concepts was simple. That's why we kind of got on it quick. But like the situation they got the ones off they got them scores. Other than that, they really didn't put up too much offense like that. So you can't really even accept the loss because it's like, man, they didn't really beat us like that. It's just the coaching within situations and players not making certain plays at certain times. It's kind of like, it's always them few plays, man, that win football games. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? 5 or 6 plays that'll get you a win, man. And they just couldn't win those plays. And it just didn't work out well for the offense at all today. Like, but you mean if you look at it like Shador had 12 but 13 games. He had two really bad games. So it's expected, I don't think nobody else they won't face another defense like this. Like nobody in the Big 12 got like top 20 defense, top 10 defense. So
Oh, you don't think they're gonna get anybody tougher than Nebraska anytime soon?
nah. Nah, they last year. If you look off last year, Nebraska got the toughest defense that we're gonna play all year. They was ranked like 9 or something, or 11
What?
or something, 10 or something like that. I
Yeah,
think the
they're
next
ranked
one,
pretty high this year.
right?
Oh, okay.
The
I didn't
Big
know that.
12 ain't ranked in defense. It was ranked. They two highest ranks left, and then I think K State was ranked like somewhere like in the 50s or 60s, something like that. Like, nah, Big 12 ain't ranked in defense like that. That was like Big 10 and SEC, and some of the Pac 12 was ranked high. But nah, it wasn't. Other than Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas State was ranked top 50 last year. Well, top 100, top 50. Not Utah, but Texas and Oklahoma. Everybody else is, man, come on, they all giving up 20, 25 and up. Same way how we getting up 26 a game. That's like we got Big 12 defense right now, but it's gonna get tighter on defense. We shut down the first half. It's gonna be better. Defense gonna get better since the offense got the O line, man. They gotta get a team out there. Like, I still don't think that's the squad for the line. Like, but that's how it changed. Too early to really say who's gonna be starting week 7. But there's gonna be some honest conversations happening, I think, pretty soon. Though, we can't keep playing like that. Shit, we're gonna get hurt.
Did y'all catch that D lineman, Zero? I didn't catch his name.
That's Todd. You talking about not Todd Roberts. He 9. I forget the other guy now.
On Nebraska, number 0.
That's the nose, right?
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah, we handled that guy last year, but I don't know why they benched Amari. And then when Amari came in, he started doing good. Amari and Cokes killed the O line last year, but it's just, I don't know. They played too simple offense. Like,
You talking about Amari McNeil?
yeah, he didn't play till like the second half. They killed it last year. They killed Nebraska last year. Him and Cokes and Payne. They dogged them. Same old lineman had them boys. Had the center fumbling twice. So two bad snaps. But they didn't. I think they played. They was playing Chidozie and somebody else, and then Chidozie ended up getting hurt. Probably got his arm twisted or something.
Yeah, his arm got hurt. He was
Yeah.
in the sling. He was out for the rest of the game.
Yeah, he said Shabo broke his forearm on I think, what was it, ESPN or something? Sports Center.
Yeah, I heard that.
He broke his forearm. But like, it's just so much, man. But it's like, because it's like a puzzle you're trying to put together, and it's like one little piece is messing up the puzzle, and it's like a few pieces is not really right in the puzzle. So I think that might be like one of the only games they lose still this year. Like, they're not gonna lose too many games. They shouldn't have lost that game. It is. I think it was overwhelming for a lot of those guys, seeing all those people in the stands, and it's too hyped up. It was a big moment. It was shook the first quarter. It was shook.
Yeah, that crowd was loud, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that first quarter, they looked shook for real.
Yeah, they were shook. Even Shador was kind of shook. When he threw that pick, he was shook. Because he was looking that side of the field the whole time. I'm like, normally he looked the other way, and he just looked down little Draylon. I'm like, oh my God, he threw the pick right there. I said, why you cross field at the 10? In between the 10 is like, that's like a rule not to do.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't be throwing no lateral passes inside the 20 going the other way, inside your own 20, inside your own 10. Like, that's
crazy.
That's asking for a pick sixer. Like, that's the best situation for it. I said, I know a boy caught that pick, and that pick Bentley should have had. It'd have
He
been
almost
14-10.
had it, yeah.
It'd have been 14-10 or something. It's like little stuff like that, a different game, because like situation field, that 4-and-out play at the 30, like, oh, not again. Then they run the same, like,
Bentley did pretty good though.
Bentley stepped up. Bentley stepped up skill.
Yeah.
Like, he as expected. He was already had the cover a little better. He's got to get his covering down. But he getting his covering down. He should have picked that though. Could have picked that and pulled a Harrison back to the house. James Harrison.
How many yards did Nebraska have on the ground running?
Like 150 or something.
Shit.
They was getting stuffed. They broke a couple though up them seams. They broke a couple. You know what I'm saying, they got outside tackle and it's broke. But like,
Yeah, that was a mishap. That throw from the goal line, that was a mishap.
I don't know.
Because you
Shador was,
remember before, because we were watching the game live, but then I had got copywritten, and I had said I think he's gonna pass it. They was like, nah, man, they're gonna run it. I said no, that they're gonna pass this, and somebody's like, well, he's too close to he's in his end zone, he's not gonna pass it, but he wound up passing it.
he passed it. But it was all even that. Like LeJontay gotta field them punts, man. Do not let the punt go back, bro. You could
Yeah.
fair catch it and field it, bro. Do not
Right.
ever let the punt just if it's just like little stuff like that, bro. It's just
Yeah.
when you look at it, it's just like but the score shows
It's
something
hard to
crazy.
win though, man. In that level, it's hard to win. It's
Yes.
hard. Just think about all those fans out there. It was loud. It
Yo,
was so loud that the broadcast had to turn the background noise off. That's how loud it was.
that
How
thing
many
was
people? How many people they say was there?
Over
90,
like 95,000.
yeah, 100,000 people, yo. That's
Damn.
crazy. That's crazy. It ain't like a dome in that thing. But like it's just a little thing, like it's the intricate, like the little like the little details into like how you play the game, bro. It's just
I could tell
field
they
the
had
catch.
trouble hearing too because Shador's making sure. I would say in that case they should go to a huddle. They should they should be able to have a huddle or something because they were like trying to like hear his instructions and stuff. And it's loud out there, you know.
Right. It's wild. It's
But
wild. They got
yeah, I
injuries.
guess they'll go back to the drawing board and get it together.
Yeah, because there's gonna be some conversations.
Oh
What's the
yeah.
name got hurt? Dalen, the running back.
Yeah,
The,
I don't know how bad he hurt, but I know he hobbled off at the end.
he hobbled off. There's gonna be some rotations happening. There's gonna be some conversations. But that backfield though, I'm not really comfortable with it right now. To tell you the truth, like we need the personnel to like do some changing around or something. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna get us through the season. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
they need that. Even if, like I said again, I remember when we was playing high school ball. We would like the running back will get 2 yards, right? It was a boring game. He'll get 2 yards, and then he'll run it again, and he'll pick up four more, and then we'll pass. The quarterback will pass for 4 yards, and we get the first down. And you just kept repeating it. It was a
right,
boring game, but the chains were moving.
right.
We kept moving the chains, and then sometimes he'll throw a deep pass, stuff like that. But it's mainly the 5 yards at a time. It was a 5 yard at a time situation.
See, but the problem is you got to be built for that as an O line, right? If you are only
Yeah,
practicing where you just got this high powered offense and you passing, 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 guess what the O line is doing? All they doing is pass blocking. So if you don't run the ball in practice and you don't focus on running the ball at all, the line ain't conditioned to run block. Because the difference is this: when you do run blocking, you got to go get a linebacker. If you're an O lineman and something is coming behind you, you may have to go get that linebacker. If you notice tonight, the star running back for Nebraska, number 5, he was everywhere. He was making all the plays in the backfield. He was plugging the hole. He was doing everything. I don't think those boys is used to blocking linebackers because it's a fast-paced pass offense. So they gotta step up their game on run blocking. In my
yeah.
opinion,
It's set up for Shador to pass,
yeah, everything is pass.
Yeah,
but they're gonna have to run it though.
And
they're
if
gonna
you
have
got a
to.
line that all they do is pass block, dude, now you want them to be run blockers, they're gonna get tired. But they ain't gonna do it well because that's not what they do most of the time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna. They got to make some adjustments and run that ball if they want to
They got to.
play postseason.
right. They probably trying to play politics. I should go ahead and put Mike in there and let Michael run. He got the most experience with the team, running the ball, and just run it because
And he gonna break some. You know what I mean? He'll break a 4-yarder, 5-yarder, 10-yarder, 15-yarder. You gotta trust your game. You gotta trust the backfield.
got to.
Yeah, you gotta
trust your running back.
give him time to give. You gotta give him a chance. Like I could see if they messed up the whole game, then you make some adjustments. We gotta give him a chance.
Got to. Trust me. Barry Bonds, he did Barry
He had
Bonds.
1 or 2 good runs.
But I saw Travis like yelling for the ball. So they might like, you know what, give it to Travis. But see, the problem is the defense is studying. They studying film. They're like, okay, we know what to do if it's going his way. Like you said, the defense will figure it out. And okay, if this is gonna happen, we know he going to him. We just gonna throw the house at him because we know the offensive line can't pick up everybody, and we gonna get the Shador.
Yep.
So they going they got to have it balanced. That's it. That's it. That's the only way moving forward. Even if the runs is negative yards, they still got to try to run it.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said that even our receivers were a little jittery. Travis and somebody else in the beginning.
Oh yeah, no, it was shook up. You could tell. Travis was trying to, be hyped in the beginning. I said, no, they don't look like they sell. Because you watch them enough, you could tell, like, okay.
Yeah, they
really themselves. Yeah, it was shook. But he's got to get trust.
I couldn't imagine playing in that damn crowd.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that shit neither, to be honest.
I would have been pumped.
Holy crap. They were booing, they were jeering, cussing them out.
They couldn't hear nothing.
They was yelling F you, Travis, before the game. They were chanting F Travis. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that 12th man ain't no joke.
Right, that thing is vicious.
Yeah.
That would
just
have had
looking
me.
at it on TV, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I was like,
the whole state is in the damn stadium.
And representing too.
People in Nebraska.
I didn't see it was all red. All of it.
That's crazy.
100,000 people.
So,
man.
like I said, like for me, it's hard to win. So I give them credit, but I mean, it's hard. It is hard. Like you the quarterback, and like I said, I think because I was watching it early, I said, no, I told don't panic because they panic, and I said, look, you picked up 3 yards, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now run it again. You pick up another 3 yards. Now it's good for like a short pass. Like that.
But you know what though, that begs another question because I'm always more critical on the coaching than the players. That's just me because I didn't coach and I didn't play. I don't think they prepared them for that well.
Prepare them for what? The crowd?
Walking into that damn stadium. I mean,
you can't simulate
it wasn't no way for them to prepare for it. Like you have to experience it. And yeah, the only way you prepare unless you experienced it before. Because I remember I went to a stadium like that. It's one thing to see it on TV, but it's one thing to actually be there. I remember I went to Lincoln Financial. It's one thing to go. It's one thing to see Lincoln Financial on TV, and another thing to go there and see them Philly fans acting up.
Yeah, that's my town. Hell yeah.
It was so old. And when I went there, they had announced it. They said the stadium is filled to capacity.
Shit, you should have seen back in the day when we had the vet. It was crazy.
Oh yeah, I've been to the vet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The vet was even crazier.
Yeah.
And it's one thing. See, the players, they get used to it, but the NFL, they're used to it. Like, cause they used to the big crowds, like Michigan. If you play Michigan or Ohio State every year, you get used to it.
Right.
But maybe some of them just not used to it.
That
That may have been the biggest crowd Shador's ever played in.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Well,
yeah, hands down.
No, they played at Oregon last year.
Oregon,
oh my God! Wait till they go to Florida.
Yeah, Florida gonna be crazy too.
It's not gonna be 95,000, but it's gonna be filled to capacity again when they play. Who they play? UCF, right?
They play UCF.
Yeah, that's gonna be filled to capacity.
That's gonna be a big one. That's gonna be a big one.
But
They're gonna be
anyway,
used to it by then.
All the teams they go to is going to be packed out. Every last one.
Right.
But yeah, I heard because I know the Nebraska fans were telling me, they said, bro, it ain't nothing like going to that stadium. You have to go to the stadium and experience it for yourself.
yeah. Somebody in the chat said Oregon, Nebraska's bigger than Oregon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nebraska stadium is bigger than Oregon's.
What is it like? Michigan, Ohio State,
Ohio State is
Oregon.
bigger. Ohio State is
Oh,
like really
Ohio State
overwhelming.
bigger than
Like
Nebraska.
120, like
Yeah, I
115 or
believe
something.
so.
Shit.
Yeah, Ohio got like 115. Michigan and Ohio got like 115, 110,000 people every game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that
Then
UCF game,
Louisiana, LSU.
that UCF game is going to be another hostile crowd. That's going to be another one because they're going to fill that stadium out. It's not as big as Nebraska, but it's going to be a hostile crowd.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So now they'll be used to it by then. They'll be okay.
Yeah. You know, it's
You know what it was though? It was just the noise. It wasn't that they were overwhelmed too much by the crowd. It's just they couldn't hear. Because I remember they were like he was giving the orders and they were trying to listen. That's the thing that was overwhelming.
can't hear yourself.
You can't hear.
That's crazy.
You imagine you can't hear yourself think. That's loud.
Yeah, it wasn't that it was a lot of people, it was just that they couldn't hear.
Super
I
loud.
would say at that point they probably went to sign language. Like they would have to just go to sign language or whatever to call the plays. Or
Right.
bring another running back in that know the play already and then give it to Shador. And then the offensive line, everybody had to play.
The old school way. That's the
I
best
believe
way.
they were doing that, but it was just, it's easier said than done though. Like,
Run
but
the play in.
it didn't bother like the crowd didn't bother Travis. He just wanted that ball. But
Yeah. I think they should time when they play him though, man. So the
and
team can get with.
Hayden wasn't bothered by it either because he played at Ohio State. It was no way he was bothered by the crowd. Nah, it was no way. He even played in the bowl game. He wasn't bothered by it, but it just they couldn't hear.
Yeah.
So that 12th man ain't no joke for Nebraska. They ain't no joke.
Yeah. You see the crowd kind of died to in the second half. They see.
Yeah, the crowd got quiet in the third quarter.
Yeah, it was quiet. It was quiet. They seen how they was getting Raiola off the field. All them 3 and outs. That's why I'm like, man, but they couldn't just
come back. Yeah.
I don't know why they just don't go jumbo. Don't even gotta run 2 receivers. Run just because if you that efficient throwing. I wouldn't even keep 4 receivers out there.
Right. You could bring the tight ends in.
Right.
To get more protection.
Man, I would have been jumbo all night.
Yep. It looked like on defense they went down to a 5-man front and a 6-man front. No, not 6, 5. Did y'all see that?
They play even, but it's just I already knew they wasn't gonna have no problems like that on the ground. It's just the offense wasn't right. The offense wasn't right at all. Cause you coming out pro, like come on, you pass pro every time. Yeah, they showing this 3 down, but it's they scheming on the edges. So it's
and
like
to your point, they running out of pro too.
That's what I'm saying. You running out of pro, you throwing out of pro. Like this ain't what we need to be doing. We could come out of something and go into pro.
Hey, question for y'all. If you run 2 tight ends, how many receivers can you have? 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they can run 2 tight ends and have Travis and they could switch out, have Travis and Horn or Travis and Wester or Travis and whoever.
Keep
they could do it like that.
Every play you can bring them in with a play. You can bring them in every play.
Yeah,
and you can tell them to play and bring them in.
Yeah, and then the receiver coming in would know the play.
Exactly.
And that way they would have.
You still had interior linemen getting ate the fuck up. So you could bring in you can bring in your tight ends, but the interior line was breaking down also.
Yeah, because they wouldn't, like I said, they wasn't passing, they wasn't sliding, they don't know what they was doing. They was chasing, a lot of the stunts coming up the middle, they was 3 down, so they coming off a little twist and they stunned. So
Only reason why I said that is because
That'd have
it
been
was 2 sacks that came from either end. It came from the left end and the right end. That wasn't Seton or Rock's fault.
Yep.
Because they were already blocking their man, and then it was just people coming untouched.
Well, the problem is when you pass blocking, you don't got a man. You see what I'm saying? You got an area.
Right.
So if you got someone on your inside, that inside, you gotta protect your inside gap. So anything on the outside is going to either be a back, or he got to get that pass off before that outside comes in.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's like they were drawing the tackle out to block the outside man and blitzing the linebacker in between the tackle and the guard.
Yep, that's what they were doing. They were drawing the right and left tackle in.
Right.
And then somebody was coming out. Yep.
The guard got to pick up that blitzing linebacker. Everything checks down, right? So if you got a man on the outside of the last man on the line, let's say is a tackle, and he's coming, you can't let him come. But he's given up space, taking that outside man. So that guard got to pick up that blitzing linebacker, and nobody was picking up the blitzing linebacker.
And there was a couple plays where you had the nose tackle and the defensive tackle close in on Shador.
Right.
They
right
just muscled their way in.
So they were blowing right through pass block.
Yep. They did the swim technique that Sat was telling them to do. That's what they were doing.
So
and
if you
they were closing in.
You got people in A gaps and you can't protect your A gap, that means you ain't got no pocket for the quarterback. So the guys on the outside blitzing, you can't even address them if you don't address your A gap, the inside gaps on both sides of the center. So if both sides of the center ain't protected, Shador is getting pressure up the middle. You got pressure on the outside. He goes to scramble, bang, sack. That's why they got so many sacks. The A gaps weren't covered. They were blitzing B gap in the far outside C gap. When they chose the blitz, nobody was, when they went to pick that outside blitzer up, they were automatically opening it up for the B gap. And then the A gap also had pressure coming through. So they were fucked. they were fucked when you really think about it.
Yeah, but is it like is it all on the offensive line though? Or is it
they got a pass block. They got to pick up any blitzing linebackers. They can't let that edge man come in there. If they let the edge man come in, now you forcing Shador to step up. But if you step up, the A gap's got to be protected. That's where the natural pocket comes from. So 5 guys couldn't block 4. If that makes any sense. Because think about it, you got a center, guard, tackle, right? That's 5 guys.
Yeah.
They got 4 down linemen. So they got 2 edge rushers, and they got 2 right around the A gap, B gap, or they may be head up. If you can't stop those 4 guys and they send a blitzer, that's a 5th guy. That's 5 on 5. If you can't pick up all 5, your quarterback is getting pushed out of the pocket. If he goes too far left, he may run right into the outside edge attack. If he steps up, he may get sacked by the interior
linebacker.
or blitzing linebacker coming through B gap.
Yeah, I saw one play where he stepped back and the whole the line was crushing in on him. It was crazy how they did it. The nose tackle and the guard, it was like they were forming a circle.
Yeah.
And it was just closing in on him to eat him up. It was crazy.
Yeah, he would line up head up on the center or in one of the A gaps, and then he would shoot the gap, or he would directly charge the center. So when the center's having a problem, the guard has to support the center. So you got the guard and the center trying to block one man. So now you got 2 men blocking one. The other 4 can now it's all man-on-man blocking.
Man, the only center I have seen in a while that could pick up 2 blocks was Marquise Pouncey. I remember one game, it was in the Steelers when they were in the championship. The linebacker was blitzing. He was helping another person out, and he used his left arm to block. He was blocking 2 people at once.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget him doing that. That's why he's going to the Hall of Fame. Both of them going, him and his brother. They eventually going to get their name called. They used to block 2 people at once.
See, what happens is when you blitz, the quarterback is supposed to punish the defense for blitzing, because when a linebacker is blitzing, that's giving up an area for receivers. So receivers got to see a blitzing linebacker, and they got to fill that area, because once the linebacker commits to the blitz, the quarterback got to see where that blitz is coming from and get that pass off in that open area in the defense. So they were blitzing while we were in pass blocking, but they were doing it so well, or we weren't picking up the blitz good enough for Shador to even get the pass off.
Well, some alerts can
Adam,
go hot.
he said it's difficult to pass block when a lot of guys are blitzing. It is.
Right. But a lot of guys blitzing, that means your receivers are open. Ain't nobody covering them.
Yeah, your
right?
receivers open.
Right.
They let the hot go on alert. But he just got to get it off. But
you got to get it off. Right.
Yeah, he got to get that ball out of his hand. So I think he got it. All they say quarterbacks, they got a clock in their head. Like they know when the danger is coming.
Right.
And I guess he felt the pressure coming and,
Right. But now he onto some of them alerts was like, I don't know, instead of having an alert, like, I don't know why they just go unbalanced, man, just run a check.
Yep.
Because, like, the refs ain't calling late hits on Shador, bro. So if you gonna run a pass pro and you gonna run a bunch of alerts, they still coming hot. And if they hit Shador late, they not gonna call the late hit. So to avoid a lot of those, you could do so many. There's so many formations, yo.
Exactly.
You could just run.
And blitzes are not always about getting a sack. Blitzes is just to hurry the pass.
Right. But if you a pass pro, you settling for the hot, because but the refs ain't calling late. They be tagging. They barely that late hit on Green. They called was so I was so hot, bro. I seen so many. Yo, it was a late hit on Shador. Oh boy, was on the ground. Shador already threw the ball. He's still tackling Shador down. He on the ground. The ball is gone. He still. They don't call nothing. Like, that's how quarterbacks get hurt. They don't call nothing. Same thing last week. They smacked Shador late, targeted him.
He did get hurt. He did get hurt. They took him out the game, remember? I believe he had some type of concussion.
He got hit silly. He had to, man.
Yeah.
He had to. They know in the world.
Finally got taken out.
Yeah, he going to take out for real. They keep, because they wanted this open up them alleys, yo, and let them blisters just own the D-gaps, bro.
Well,
D, E, and just own them defense, bro.
Well, fellas, I gotta get out of here, but it was good talking to y'all.
Yeah, good talking to you.
Y'all get ready for all the haters. Get ready for all the haters tomorrow.
Oh, it's coming.
They coming out the woodworks.
Yep, they got articles ready.
Mm-hmm. They got to comp the defense though. All right, for sure. They're gonna talk bad, but the defense held up though.
All right, bro.
Yeah, all right, y'all.
For sure.
Yeah, they you remember the Pouncey twins, right?
The Kelsey twins?
The Pouncey twins. They played at the University of Florida. One played for the Dolphins and one played for the Steelers. I mean, played for the
I gotta go back to my
Pittsburgh.
thinking.
Played for the Steelers. They identical twins.
In 2010,
they
2006?
both were in the 2010. They both were centers, and they were really good at picking up 2 blocks. That's what set them apart. That's why they were so damn good. But it's very hard to do though, because what he said was he would hit his defender so hard he would knock him down, and that'll give him time to pick up the blitz, and he'll go for the other block. It's very hard to do. It's a very. I don't expect people on this level to do it.
You gotta be a freak
But
of
it's
nature.
extremely hard to do. But I remember a
Look.
guy in high school doing that. He was a right tackle, right? He would block his guy and hurt him, and then pick up the blitz. It was crazy. But he wound up getting in trouble. He never went to college, but it's very hard to do. First of all, you got to be really big to do it, and you got to be fast on top of it. Yeah,
Strong.
yep.
Like super strong to lay out two in the A gap is crazy.
Yeah, he laid. First of all, he went to his left and laid somebody out, and he quickly went to his right. It was almost like he was diving, and he hit the person between the numbers and laid him out to protect Roethlisberger. You got to see it. They have it on YouTube. His highlights.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the Pouncey. The Pouncey. I was kind of.
yeah. I believe they're gonna go in the Hall of Fame together.
Yeah, Roethlisberger's old boy, the Burger Team. I was going for them boys back there. I was a little.
What's his name was good at doing it too. Orlando Pace.
Orlando
He
Pace.
would. His force of the hit. As soon as his palm hit you, it was so forceful to take you off balance, and that'll give him time with his right hand to pick up somebody else. Not many that's like that. They're very rare.
I think it's the schemes we taking on.
Yeah.
It's the blocking schemes. I get that what they're trying to do, but they might be grooving into that. It's gonna take some time for the O-line though. I think next week gonna be a good practice game, and then we'll be able to kind of get some cohesion that way. But today was just
like
clear
Coach
water.
said. He said you just gotta take your hat off sometime. You got me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he right. Sometimes you just gotta take your hat off. Y'all were more prepared. That's it. Y'all got us this time. Sometimes people got your number.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta look at it like that. Nebraska just had their number today. They just had it. They just had sometimes like that with boxing. A boxer, like you beat everybody, there's one boxer you can't beat.
Right. If we see them in the playoffs, we'll beat them. If we get to the playoffs, we'll beat them. This team gonna be a different team week 6.
But I don't think it's ruining their season. This is just they 1-1 now.
Yeah, it's a lot of winning. So they're gonna win. Like I'm watching a lot of these teams. They're not gonna be able to really hold down CU like Nebraska just did. And I think they're gonna be more like together in a few weeks. This gonna give them a little something.
Yo, check this out. Dude, Notre Dame lost today.
Right. I was like, yo, I tripped out. I said, yo,
They lost to Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois. I was like, yo, what? It's like, but the playing field kind of balanced out. So, but this team gonna grow and it's gonna get better. This is not their floor. This ain't their ceiling. This is like them just, figuring out their breaks need to be tightened up. So
yeah, they gotta look at it like this, Thomas. Notre Dame lost to Northern Illinois today.
Right.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
That's a top 5 school. They ranked in the top 5.
Man, come on. They was ranked 3. They ranked number 3 or something.
Either 3 or 5.
Something like that. USC spanked on LSU. All these feel like everybody. It's like you never know.
So they 1-1 with a lot of people right now.
You never know, right? A lot of people 1-1. And it's
a lot of people 1-1 right now.
Right.
It's not supposed to be.
Right. That's
Riola do have a lot of growing to do still. He has a lot of potential from what I see. He does.
He made some easy throws. He was playing in good situations. They protected him well. I don't. To me, like even that first game he played, it was just so like his concepts like it's simple. And it was like it wasn't no. I mean, they want to keep saying Shador was Patrick Mahomes for back-to-back 400 games. Like but this it's like they crazy off this Mahomes lookalike. I think by the time he get to be throwing 400 yards a game, if he ever throw 400 in the game, might be his last year in college. I don't really think he's gonna be that kind of thrower. I just don't.
Well, he might have to grow into it. He's still a freshman, so
Yeah.
by his sophomore junior year,
He
he
might be
should be a
going.
little bit more established.
I think he's
He
still
looks
gonna be
good
good.
though. I mean, he's promising. He looks good from what I see.
Yeah, he do look all right. You know, it's just the hype. That's hype. That's real hype. You know what I mean? But I get it. He gonna be all right though. He gonna be all right. But let him get it first. Like let him get it first. Say he ain't had it the second game, but he gonna run
But
into
I
some
tell you
real
what
trouble.
though,
They
whoever
keep
bet on
starting him.
that Northern Illinois game wants some money tonight.
A crazy person?
Yeah, somebody crazy wants some money tonight.
Because I wouldn't even nowhere near. Like I was just happy to see SC win. I was like, yeah, let's go. I want to see SC win. I don't know if Kyle beat Auburn though. I think they probably lost.
Yeah, SC, that was a major upset for me.
I
Beating LSU.
was loving that. You know, I hope Oregon go and beat up the Big Ten. Of course, they go beat through the Big Ten, but they gotta get right. They over there struggling their own. So it's interesting this year, man. But they can't take this loss. This loss, I'd rather it now than later.
Yeah,
I'd rather all the stuff happen now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're gonna stay down like this. They know how to get up.
yeah, they can bounce back.
Right. CSU, Baylor, then play K State. K State be all right. I think K State might be our next kind of challenge. Baylor might give us a little sharpening up.
The K State, they win today.
They won. Dylan scored twice, I think, today too.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they barely won 34-27 or something like that. But
Dylan scored twice. You said.
I think I want to say
Yeah,
he
he
scored
did
twice.
score from what I saw. I saw he did score.
I know he ran one, and I think he caught one. Cause I think when I first started watching, he had already scored a touchdown. I was like, what? And then he scored again when I was watching.
And when he played Colorado, that's a home game too.
That's gonna be a fun game. I think this Colorado State game, they're gonna take out a lot of frustration. A lot of guys probably
Yeah,
gonna get to play that didn't have the chance to play the last 2 weeks. And there's gonna be a lot of frustration took out in this CSU game. Because they know they shouldn't have lost this game still, even though it's 28-10. It looked the way it looked, they still shouldn't have lost this game. Like that pick was uncalled for. And then, a couple other things they scored on could have been, we could have did a whole lot better with. And then that pick that we should have got that they scored, oh my God. Even them they know. And then the Matt Rule, we're gonna treat it like we lost. Yeah, y'all did kind of luckily win this game. Like luckily things swung y'all way. It's just that's football. That was a football game.
yeah.
That was football. It was a football game. It's just Shador and the line gotta do some talking. They need to go have a little meeting. Drink a soda,
Well,
sit
is
back.
it that or the line need help with protection?
Really, truthfully, I think the line might still be just a little too individualized right now. Still with
Gelling
the O
together
line.
still.
Yeah. There's still too many people trying to get their feet right before they can help somebody else's feet. Like they gotta you can see it, you could tell. It's just like, yeah. Last year's line I almost had more chemistry than this year's line. Sad to say. I think at this point in the season. But it also got better later in the season. But I think this line will come together quicker and really be better than last year's. It's just right now they got to go through that little, they growing pains. Once they get past their growing pains and they know what's up and get more games in them, because that's gonna make them strong. They're gonna get better from that. They're gonna practice is gonna be stronger now. They're gonna be on game tempo a little bit better. So it's a nice tune up. Too bad we got a loss though. I'll take it like that. Anything could have happened that game. Do a little bit better here. Take away this there. It's a different ball game.
Yeah. Yeah, so they got a little time. I mean, they It's a lot of big name teams that's 1-1 right now.
Right.
So
Right.
they gotta look at it like that and just bounce back. That's it.
Right.
It's just hard, man. I know it's hard playing in that stadium. It's easier said than done.
Way easier. But it was boring. It was just boring with the the media, the stadium, the doubt. People already talking about you. You post, it's just it was all of that too. Now I think they had the peak of whatever they gonna get media wise this season. You know, it's not gonna be like maybe Dylan Edwards might be a little media, push behind something, but I don't think it's gonna be another team. Maybe if they get to like later on in the season.
Yeah, I seen your boy out there, Anquin Barnes.
Quinn was all right. Well, you know what I'm saying? He did all right. Carter was, oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's up, man. Carter. He did his, but the line did good though.
Yeah,
Barnes
they
did
did.
good too. You know what I'm saying? They all doing their thing. It's just we got to get a little bit more pace here and be more right what we doing and come
Yeah,
out the gates.
they took care of all that running in the second half.
Yeah, man. You know how Nebraska came out on fire on defense. So
Yeah,
we
they
got to
came
come
out
out.
on fire.
You know what I'm saying? We got to come out. We got to start doing that. But that's just, you got that crowd behind you. You've been there a while and you feeling good. And anything can happen. But I
Yep.
like our defense to be like that, though. I can see us cut it down because we gave up like 300 yards this year. But this game, not this year, but this game, like what was it, 150 on the ground? Let me look. My phone gonna trip out. I don't think we gave up over 400 yards this game. I think it was like three. It's three something. They gave up 450 last game. And what was it, 450?
Yeah.
It was 450, and what we give up right now? Three something.
I gotta look at the stats again.
Oh, yeah. We definitely know we averaging like 26 a game, giving up 26. And I know we probably giving up like 350 for sure, about 360 a game averaging. So
But
we
I
got
know
to.
they took care of that passing game with Riola though. They took care of that.
Yeah, they got something they could do with a little passing. Big Ten, I think they're gonna do all right in the Big Ten with that little bit of passing they got. We got to sharpen up our line so we can pass. And then sharpen up our defense so we can hold teams down under like to 20 and under. We there though. You giving up like 26, you know what I'm saying? 27 a game. You just take away one more touchdown, average 20, clean up on the run game. Defense be all right. Offense got to step up though. They got a big cup.
Damn, it's like two people got taken out of the game for targeting on both ends. Like it was crazy.
I think Trevor crashed out, yo. I think he crashed out at that moment. Did it feel like that to you, or did it feel like it was like a real
I think it
target?
was like the momentum, but yeah, his helmet was there.
All right. To me, I think he just said, "Forget it." He wanted to just lay somebody.
He said, "Forget it."
He just crashed out and said, "I want to smash somebody so bad." Yeah, I feel him though. But like the D gonna be all right. Like I said, the D gonna be all right. The last game
Yeah,
he gave up
Trevor got a little
26.
hood in him, man.
Right? You just
He
can't
was on the
tell.
sidelines with his hood on. I'm like, that's a bad man right there. That's a bad man. He gonna be all right. I like his play now. That's a bad man.
Trevor ain't no punk, yo.
He'll be back.
Yeah, no, they got defense got a lot of upside, yo. Like a really lot of good upside too.
Yeah, he definitely got bigger. He put on the weight. He definitely got bigger.
Yeah, he about 225. 225 muscled up. You know what I'm saying? I like to see Jalen Wester play some backer on the way. He just fell out the scene. Hill did all right. He played pretty good. Defense gonna be good. So the offense, bro. What we gonna
Yeah.
do, Max?
What's that?
What they gonna do? I'm asking you.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think they got to let him play, man. Let the run game go. Play like I said, Barry Sanders. Didn't have like a blocking line. He just did his
I
thing.
would, you know what I would say? Just let them keep running.
Man, because they have to they had to line up to defend the run. Like even if you can't run and you trying to run, they still gonna respect the run.
Yeah, even if you get 2, 3, 4 yards,
So if you could
that's
just
good.
just bring it down to where they gotta play some of that, and if they blitz, of course you can run blitz them. At least do something to open up the outsides because you can't just stay like it's shotgun. You just can't stay offset. You can't just
You know what I want to see? You pass it off to the running back and just do a flea flicker.
options. We
You
can
know,
run
all
some
types of plays.
RPOs ain't there because we're not coming up out of center, so it's no nothing. It's just
Yeah, Alex, the crowd was involved early.
the crowd was the
Crowd
crowd
was no joke, man.
crowd was no joke. They let it get to him. They let it
Yeah,
get to him.
Patricia, the defense did pretty good today.
You can't be mad at the defense. I knew someone was telling me how the first half went. The defense was gonna shut down the second half. I was just hoping that they didn't score 20, 21 points. At that halftime. Like, man, if they would have kept it at 14, we would have been all right the second half. That's all we gotta do, man. Keep them 14 or 7 at the first half. Let the defense wear them out and start scoring. They gotta score, man. We got defense, that's for sure. Defense about to get way better, bro.
Yeah, but Trevor, man, you'll be back. I like Trevor's play now.
Trevor won't think of
That's
a
a bad
fast.
man right there.
I'm telling you, I do with the intentions. He had bad intentions when he made
I
that hit.
told you that's like what's his name? He remind me of damn, what was that he played for the Buccaneers? Um
The
yeah,
linebacker?
huh?
Linebacker? Lynch?
Lynch. He remind me of Lynch.
He do. He look like Lynch a little bit. That's
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 a
his
bad
long lost son.
man.
Yeah, no, Trevor can play, man.
Yeah, he can play. He
He
can
can
play.
play. He can play. He's got to get comfortable right there. But it's like that. Even that, the defense gonna be straight. We got to worry about this O line, man. Like I
Yeah,
said,
just
we,
the O line.
we
Yeah.
got to go double tight, man. Turn it to Michigan. Like, why not? Like, Shador can still just come out of center, bro, and throw a play action. Boom. If they playing a run right, like put Tyler Johnson out there with Tyler Brown, like line that side up huge and run some sweeps,
I'm not
run some
sure if
counters.
I don't think Tyler Johnson played.
Nope, he was there though. But what I do know, I was watching Seaton. Let that man run. Seaton run behind Seaton, run Seaton side. He be down blocking like crazy, bro. Like I don't know why they don't really just run like even that one play he ran to his side. That's why I bust because he was like boo boo. He pushed him out the way. They ran right up the B gap and it was there. Like he could run block way better than he could pass block right now. Like if they really want to help him, like he do good kicking, but that speed them D's got, he still got it. He ain't really. He got to really get the technique this season. He gonna get it though. He got a lot of promise too. I'm like, good lord, he for a freshman tackle. I mean, them edges over there was pretty good for Nebraska. But I'm telling you, I was watching them down blocking. He be cleaning up on that darn down blocks. I don't know why they just don't jumbo the other side and then counter to him with a down block and let Tyler and Tyler Brown and Tyler Johnson or Khalil pull. They don't pull to what's the name side. They don't. I don't know. There's so much more they could do with that O line because you got athletic people on that O line. I mean, zone stretching. I get that's pros and stuff. They like get them kicking, yo, and like down blocking. Like they can do that because you got too much. You got too much chance of error to like zone and stretching. Like you got good linebackers that scrape, D linemen that scrape. You just down block, push up is way better than trying to zone every minute. But that's for the pro. They want to show them that they can do the pro look, what the pros want. I'm seeing how they play. I'm okay, but We don't got to run stretches every play so they can get a cut back and go. No, we just run a pull, run a trap, just run it down. Like, and then they ran down block with nothing. And for Charlie, Charlie got totally debacled. I'm like, where's the pull? Was somebody post a pull or what? Because the jet just took off. Oh man, you remember that one jet? It was like a jet motion, and then like everybody down block, and then they hand the ball up to Charlie. I think that
Yeah.
was like a fourth, and I'm like, I was lost. Like, was the jet supposed to kick, or was it supposed to be a pass? Because why would you just down block and leave everybody backside to just make an open tackle? But I get that one little back alley if he's, but I don't think Charlie's that kind of real running. Like, I love Charlie, man, but I think they asked him a little to do too much on that, like that play, especially that design play for sure. But that play at that time, especially, I was 4 for 1. Nah, it's not gonna get him, yo. Prime trying to get into the pros. I get it, so he could play. We probably give him a chance to play, but don't. Oh man, I don't know, Max. I'm ready to drink some tea, blow a J, eat some goddamn ice cream.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it again next week.
Right. Watch the rest of this USC game, man.
All right, Thomas.
All right, man. I'm out of here. Let's go Buff
All
Nation.
right, I'll catch you next week.
For sure, man. I'm good seeing y'all, man. I'm
Yeah,
out.
good seeing you on.
For sure.
All right, guys. So they got a lot to like Coach said, sometimes you just gotta take your hat off to the team. Sometimes the other team just got your number today. Sometimes you just gotta take your hat off. You gotta tip your hat to them like you got me. You got me. A good game and you got me. But I do like the way the defensive line handled themselves in the after halftime. They made adjustments and they played hard. They really did. And I love the way DJ McKinney played. He played his heart out today. He did. And Travis did too. So Shiloh went out. But I like what what's his name did before he went out of the game. He was playing hard. Trevor was playing hard. That's a bad man though. He got the attitude. And but he'll be back. He has to sit out like what is it, the first half? I mean the first quarter or something like that. But he'll be back. So he'll be back in action next week. Shiloh, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's not too bad, but if they say his arm is broken, that's it. I don't know how he gonna, and Shadozi, we'll see. Like if hopefully he's okay, and hopefully Shador Head is okay, because I felt like he got a concussion. Because you see how he laid there? He laid there for a minute, and then BJ Green did pretty good when he got in the game. He did pretty good. Like the defense overall did pretty good. They were able to stop that. They were able to put out the fire on that run, and they also protected that pass. McKinney had a pretty good game on his end. Travis did too, but even Travis got dinged up a little bit. They were working on his leg and during the game, so it's a tough game, man. It's hard to win. They make it look so easy sometimes, but it's not easy. It's not easy, but it was still a good game. I appreciate the fact that they gave me something to look at today. Because I was looking forward to this game today, and I appreciate the entertainment, and it's a healthy distraction, for what's going on in the world. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the build up and all of that stuff. So they'll be back. Look, Notre Dame is 1-1 right now. Notre Dame, LSU, it's a lot of teams out there that have the same record. So their season is not over. It's only the second game, so they'll bounce back. But I like what I saw on the defense, though. I really appreciated what Trevor brought to the table today. He's what you call he's another player with those with that helmet comes on. He turns into another player. I mean, he turns into another personality. That's a bad man. Yeah, that's a bad man right there. So, but shout out to him. He'll be back. But I don't want them to hold their head down, because they played their heart out. The defense did. They were able to stop what was going on. They were able to stop it because they made them punt a few times, so they were able to stop it. And McKinney is all that. He held it. They couldn't, like, Riola couldn't get nothing going. So, but they'll be back, and hopefully Shiloh, that stuff ain't so serious. But they are calling saying he got a broken arm. So, but we'll see if the rest of them is okay. Shadozian is in a sling too, so hopefully he's okay because we need him. But Anquin Barnes came in, despite the offsides and stuff like that. He was able to provide a spark and stuff like that, because they were getting to Riola a little bit, even though they didn't sack him too much, but they put some pressure on him. So yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it. I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for coming in. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Have a good week. Have a good rest of your weekend.